guys, this is Abby Pence. How many books do you have out?
So right now, just the one.
Okay.
I self-published this in January of this year, and I worked on it for about 12 years before that. But I'm working on the sequel right now, and then I'm also almost finished with a standalone book as well, in a similar genre, but not quite. So.
I love it. Tell us a little bit about this because I'm intrigued. I'm totally intrigued.
Yeah, so sketch is about a young woman named Sage, who is an artist, a sketch artist, and she discovers at an early age that she's inherited this ability to be able to basically put her hands on the sketches of people that she sketches, the actual drawing, and see them like wherever they are in that moment. So she can like watch people doing things, watch them not doing things, watch them in precarious situations. So she learns very young, and then she kind of, obsesses about some different things with her family. She's got a very tumultuous relationship with her mother. And this is an inherited gift that's kind of passed down from her grandpa and then her great grandmother and things like that. So anyway, she ends up losing her grandfather. I won't say how that happens, but it happens in the very first line of the book. And then basically has to avenge him, figure out, what happened, why he did what he did, and trying to use her power to do that, but not always succeeding. So kind of stumbling through that. And then later on, she falls in love with a new person. They fall madly for each other. And then she finds out that he's got a sketchy past. So pun intended. So then she's got to, figure that out. So yeah, so it's horror leaning, but it's not like super scary. I do a book club in my neighborhood here, which there's a lot of retirees, and I've had, my neighborhood grandmas read it that are in their 70s and 80s, and if it's not too scary for them, most people can handle it. But it definitely has some moments. And then the sequel that I'm working on right now called Shadow Lines is definitely more horror leaning. That's really where I enjoy writing the most. Yeah, so that's kind of the gist.
I know that it was classified as more of a thriller. So is it more of a thriller or more of a horror?
I would say like a paranormal thriller. Definitely more thriller leaning with just, some spookier vibes, but not full on horror for sure.
Now she does fall in love. Is there any spice in it, or is it all closed doored?
It's all closed door for the most part. I love spice. Like I'll read it all day long, but I am very squeamish writing it. I'm working on that. I'm actually taking a class because I want to add a little bit more in some of my other projects. I'm working on another romance short story. So yeah, I wish there was a little more in there, but there's definitely hints of it. So we'll go with that.
That's good. Mean not every book has to be that way. Any humor scene where she sees someone on the toilet or something?
There is one instance where she sees her mother in a precarious behind the door situation. So that's fun, So yeah, yeah, definitely some hints at that, but I don't exploit it too much. It's more just about frustration, and it's like a compulsion. So she doesn't always have control over when or why she's sketching or creating these sketches, and there's some rules around it, which I won't spoil too much about that, but it becomes an obsession for her, and a big part of the book. So
where'd you get the inspiration for it?
So the idea started a long time ago as a short story, and it was more like a Carrie character. She had the ability to move things and maybe some psychic abilities, and it just felt kind of stale and boring. And then I was reading this book about art, and I thought, a little light bulb went off in my head. I wonder if I could maybe shift it so there's a layer of art there, because I've always wanted to be an artist, but I'm horrible at it. I can draw a stick figure, so I definitely don't have Sage's ability in that regard for sure.
I absolutely love that. And so you said you're working on a book too, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about halfway there. I'm actually, so on my Substack, which you can get to on abbypence.com. Sorry, I'm fidgeting. I have a link to my Substack, but I am serializing the second book for free for my beta readers because I only have about 55 followers over on my newsletter. So I'm sending out at least one chapter every single week of the rough draft. I've already released the first, I think, 11 chapters. We're close to about the midway point now. And then I've got the rest outlined in my head. So I'm like writing each week. But that one switches POV a little bit between characters, and it's definitely, again, more horror leaning.
Daniel wants to know, are the visions stronger based on the sketches are made with, like pencil, pen, charcoal, etc.?
No, but that's an interesting take on it. So maybe I'll add that in the third book.
Daniel's an artist, so yeah.
Oh,
he
nice.
does his own book covers and all of that stuff. Guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing, my arm is killing me, so I'm propping it. I had shoulder surgery recently. They all know.
Oh, no. Oh.
Okay. So who are you reading right now?
Oh my gosh. I'm currently reading Alice Hoffman's sequel to Practical Magic, which is, I'm really excited about the movie coming out. What did I just finish? Oh, I just finished, what's it called? The one, Katrana Sundial. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of it. I really like horror a lot. So I reread, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon by Stephen King recently. I recently finished Sharp Objects, which I read like when it first came out a million years ago, and it's still very, very good. I also like fun, I don't know, I guess like chick lit, romance, light stuff. So Kristen Higgins is one of my tried and true. I love Liam Moriarty. I love trying to think. Oh, Lisa Jewell. Everything by her I devour. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I don't read it nearly as much as I want to because I work full time and I write a lot. But I try and get at least like 4 books in a month.
Mix wants to know, which horror book do you feel you love the most?
Definitely Pet Sematary. I read it when I was far too young. I think I was like 7 or 8. My parents didn't have any boundaries, so I just, I was reading full-length novels when I was really, really young. And it still just like, I don't know, haunts me to this day. And the premise behind it is just really disturbing. So definitely, and I'm a huge Stephen King fan.
That's awesome. I've read like The Shining and a few others of his that I love. So yeah, he's very, very good. And Mick says she always loves revisiting Frankenstein and Carrie.
Oh, yes, for sure. Oh, I actually recently reread The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, which was still just as disturbing, and the imagery is great. So yeah, I like to reread things that I read like in college. I'm like, oh, let's go back.
Monica says Bag of Bones stuck with her.
Oh.
But Daniel has a question. Are the visions real or cinematic, like film noir mystery, or does it change based on the vibe?
The visions that Sage has, so it's very immersive. So when she's there, it's not just seeing. She's actually like kind of plopped in. So she can smell things, she can hear things, she can hear conversations. So, and it's very disorienting for her. So there's kind of a muffled quality to it, but she's learned to kind of decipher, what she sees on the other side. One cool thing, and this is a tiny spoiler, but her mom also could have the ability, right? Because it's inherited, but she was never taught. And so she knows about it, and she discovers that she can, if other people in her family are sketching and watching her, she can kind of block them. And then, so that kind of comes out early on in the book, but it was a fun little feature I popped in there.
That's really cool. When you're writing, do you have it silent? Are you listening to, or what are you listening to?
Both. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I need pure silence to concentrate, and sometimes there's a million things going on, and I prefer that. So I'm all over the place. And I try and write every day, but I have no rhyme or reason to a word goal or anything like that. I don't start work until 9 in the morning. So I have a chunk of time in the morning that I can focus, and that's when my brain really works the best. After work, right now, I could go take a nap. So
any plans for the powers to evolve so the eraser has effect?
That is interesting. So I haven't thought about an eraser, but the powers are definitely evolving in different ways in book 2. And then I've got a book 3 already planned and outlined. So that one will have a next level of stuff, but I'm not going to go into that too much because I don't want any spoilers.
No spoilers, no. Yeah. Daniel he's very thought provoking. And I warned, I think if you got the little message I sent you earlier, I was like, careful, they're going to ask you some off the wall questions.
No, that's cool. I'm here for it.
And I was like, and he's the one that usually asks this shoe size, if you're wondering, like, so.
8.5.
8.5. See, Daniel, 8.5. There you go. I feel stuck on writing for some parts in my story. Do you have tea or look away from the page?
No, so I actually always am writing 2 projects at once. So like while I was writing sketch, I was also writing like short. I do a lot of short stories that I may not always show people, or I like enter them in contest or whatever. Right now I'm editing my standalone book because the first draft of that is done. So if I feel like I get stuck on the sketch sequel, then I'll just go over to that project. So it kind of keeps me in the creative mood without getting bogged down. I also like to write, like, I know what the ending looks like. So sometimes I'll like plop in there and write a scene in the ending and then come back. That I might change later, but it helps me, like, if I'm stuck in a certain moment, just to like reframe.
Are you an outliner or a pantser?
Both. I pants sketch for sure, which is probably why it took me so long. I didn't really have like a clear outline until after I did my developmental edit, which was so enlightening. And then it really like changed the story direction, and it was kind of a full rewrite after that. Like I kept big chunks of it, but it definitely was painful. Now I kind of do both. So I have an outline, but I'm not like married to it. If as I'm going, if I feel like something needs to change, I'm okay in doing that, because I want to listen to where the characters take me.
I love that. In your book, who's your favorite character?
Sawyer, who is Sage's boss / landlord, that she meets kind of at the end of the first act. And I won't say more, but he's amazing.
What happens if something spills on the sketch while she's in a vision?
Well, sure. So her hands are on it. So I don't know. I guess that never came up, but that's an interesting take. I want somebody to pour some water on it and see what happens. One thing that's kind of strange about the sketches is she can't let them go. So when she's watched someone, like even if she tries to throw it away, it will just come back to her somehow. So she's got like every time she's ever drawn someone, she's got them all. And that comes out a little bit more in book 2. I kind of push that a little bit more. So
does that ever is like a haunting moment? Like, do the sketches ever say, hey, you need to come and look at me again? Or
kind of, yeah. So I won't give too much detail, but yeah, definitely there in the first book a lot. The first book has a twist, not too crazy, and it doesn't take up a big part of the book, but it's I was kind of like, oh my goodness, when I had the idea for it and wrote it. So, and I've got that from all of my beta readers, like, oh, this is kind of an interesting way to go. But we get on back on the rails. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm trying not to like depend on a big hook like that, or a twist like that at the end of book 2. I just want to, I don't know, make it a little more static. So
this question's getting a lot of interest in the chat. So what happens if she sketches herself?
So that kind of has to do with the twist, but I'm not going to say more than that. So
Daniel, you hit on something, so you're gonna have to read it, sir, if you want the answer to that. Wow, good job. What are you snacking when you're reading, or are you drinking anything in particular?
So I am one of those people that always have like 14 drinks on my desk at all times because I work from home too. So I have like my 3 monitors for work and then my 2 monitors for my laptop and my book. So if I have a slow minute at work, I'll come over here. But I usually have like a coffee, a water, a Diet Coke, or a tea. And then sometimes like a protein shake or something. So there's usually at least like 3 drinks on my desk. I can't eat and focus at the same time. I can't even like chew gum. Like my brain just doesn't work when I'm eating. I guess I need to be zoned out. I don't know. But yeah, anytime I eat, I just get off the rails. So
it's funny because every time I've asked that question, it's usually been like peach rings, like old school candy. And I'm like, good Lord, that's awesome.
Yeah. No,
here it is. What is your main character's favorite drink and snack?
Doritos. Okay. Drink would probably be coffee.
Coffee and Doritos. Any flavored Doritos? Just Doritos.
I know she likes them all, but I feel like it was Cool Ranch. Yeah. Yeah. And that, I mean, I'm torn there too. I like the spicy sweet chili. So, and that's also my favorite snack. I like Doritos, like they used to call them white trash nachos, where you just take Doritos and then salsa and cheese and put it in the microwave for like a minute. And then, yeah, it's great. Cool Ranch.
Love it. Has she ever thought to use Cheeto dust for a sketch? Daniel.
That's when I probably won't steal. Where did you go to art school? Frito-Lay.
If you could pick one word to describe your character, what would it be?
Determined.
Nicely. Justice is like, what the hell? Love that. So my question was, when you were growing up, what were you reading as a child that like inspired you?
Definitely a lot of Stephen King. I also, so I'm older probably than most of the people in here. I'm 52. So I came up like in school in the 80s. But my mom had Nancy Drew books, which I don't know if anyone remembers those, but they were like young adult books when my mom was a kid. So like back in the, I don't know, 60s, 70s, I guess. And so I was addicted to those, but they're kind of like the young version of Agatha Christie, like just thriller and you have to figure out. So I like that. Like I like mysteries and thrillers, but I also like the horror side of like Stephen King or I'm a big horror movie person too. I love a good horror flick. And my dad's a huge movie buff. And when I was a kid, we had like a wall of, VHS tapes and always had a different movie on every night. So I got a lot of inspiration from that too. And I still do. I love horror content in all of its forms.
One of my favorite movies growing up was The Fog, James Carpenter's The Fog.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I hated the remake. I love the original. The original's good. Mick says she had Nancy Drew, the full set of Nancy Drew. Daniel says, I'm all about mixed media. Anything can be art used for anything. Anything. So, what's your main character's biggest pet peeve?
Lies, lying, hiding things. Yeah, she kind of came up with her mom doing that to her a lot. And so she wants to be able to trust the people in her life because she's got a pretty small circle and she needs to rely on them.
I love that. Guys, I'm afraid to ask for any more questions. But your questions have been really good, guys. Thank you. Again, guys, this is Abby Pence. The book is Sketch. This is available over on the Zon, correct?
Correct. Yeah, on KU and the other thing. And then you can get personalized printed copies on my website at abbypence.com. What's that?
Is there a schmink in your schmile?
No, I guess I need to redo my TikTok account completely because it's not letting me add it unless I open a business account, which I don't want to do. So I'm probably going to do like another account because it's
how many followers do you have?
Like 600 and something, I think.
When you get to 1,000, you can add a link, a schmink, tree of knowledge.
Good to know. Okay.
Yeah, so but you can put that you can put your website in your bio.
Yeah, I've got that in there. So perfect. You just can't click it. Yep.
But yeah, the schmink, you can still say schmink in my schmile so they can look and then they can grab it. So
schmink in my schmile, guys.
Daniel says, do scents help increase how vivid the visions are?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do scents increase how vivid the visions are?
Not that I know of. I don't know. We can ask Sage.
I love these. I love Daniel. Daniel is the best question.
I love the places his mind is going. So this is fun.
Bobby Joe, you've missed. We were talking to Abby Pence. Her, it's a psychic thriller, almost horror. It's called Sketch, and she's been going over that. Basically, sketch artists who can see where people are after she sketches them. So, and it's very intriguing. Like it's not my TBR. So intriguing, a good game. I was like, I need to find that out. Yes, it does sound awesome. Hey Chris, good to see you. I'm just going back through making sure if I miss anything. I didn't, thank God. So what's been your biggest challenge so far as you're entering your indie author?
Time. Yeah, I know I need to focus more on like getting myself out there and posting on TikTok and the gram and all the things. And I just, I work a lot, and like everyone, I've got a life, and I'm still trying to get my writing goals met. So just figuring it out. And I'm just slower at everything, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So that's fun. So just doing things like this is helping. I've been doing some local events lately. I live in the Orlando area. So
I used to live in Cape Canaveral.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And Tampa Bay. I used to live like on each side of you.
Oh, yeah. You were about an hour from either way.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got like sketches in a few local bookstores, like indie bookstores, and I'm doing okay there. I did an event on this past Saturday for Pride Month. I'm not obviously a Pride author, but I am definitely an ally, and so I wanted to go and support my fellow local authors. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm just trying to put myself out there as much as I can. So stuff like this will help, hopefully. And I'm taking a marketing class, a indie author TikTok marketing class. So
that's awesome. Just since it is on Kindle and KU. Daniel wants to know, can she, in rush moments, sketch on the sidewalk?
You can sketch anywhere.
She can sketch anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Joe says, don't worry, just go at your own pace.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, back to the sidewalk. So that may not always work because it needs to have enough detail that it looks like the actual person. So it can't just be like a blob. It has to be like, she sometimes has to like go back and check and make sure, does this, really look like this person? She has to really know their face, and she has to have met them in person before she can sketch them.
Mick says, could a sketch help Sage find a person that goes missing, find clues?
Absolutely. That's kind of what the book is about.
Well, there we go. I love that. And this is a new question I'm asking because I found this on ChatGPT, and that's just my world. If you could have dinner with any author, dead or alive, who would you have it with?
Definitely Stephen King. No doubt. Yeah. And yes, it's Abby Pence. I saw the question down there. ABBYPENCE.
Yes. Nolan, yeah, it's Abby Pence. If you type it in, you will get sketch. There will be 2 books on the Zon. Hers is sketch. It's not the other one. That's why I asked her how many books she had, because there's another Abby Pence.
Oh, so I lied. There are 2 shorts out there for 99 cents each. So you're welcome. One is called Gnaw. It's about squirrels. It's definitely horror, like animal horror. And then the other one is women's work. So I got finalist for the 2019 RPLA Awards here in Florida. But it's kind of a post-apocalyptic thriller short story. So
they're both actually available, but they're there. Like, I didn't click into them to see if they were there, but I did see that they were there.
I think they're there. I don't know. Maybe they're not. I haven't looked in a while.
It's funny because you'll get in there and they'll go, oh, it's not available. And you're like, well, then why the frick is it? Then take it down, Zon. Seriously.
Yeah. I uploaded or put those in like months before I ever did sketch, just so I could set up my author profile. So yeah, I had no intention of ever like selling them. They were just little stories I wrote. So
that's cool. But that gets your name out there, and that helps get reviews, so that when you did release sketch, like there's a little bit of something. So that's a really important thing to do.
Yeah. I'm up to 22 reviews out there on the Zon. So if anyone reads sketch and want to leave me a review, I'm so thankful. I'm trying so hard to get to 25.
Yes, Justin says she just got the book and she's looking forward to reading it.
Yay! Awesome.
Daniel says, are the sketch abilities tied to a goddess, god, or demon? If yes, does this create a problem later?
No. It's so it's passed down from ancestors. In book 3, I'm going to go into that a little bit more, but it's not really talked about or revealed in book 1.
More psychic, right? Than yeah, that's what I got the feeling. And then Mick says, I'm a horror girl. I was introduced to Vincent Price in movies and with the author Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
I love Vincent Price when I was growing up, so yeah. You knew Vincent Price was in it. It was going to be scary.
Yep, for sure.
That's the best. Well, yeah, and every people don't realize like the the music video Thriller, he's the voice and all of that too. So like,
yeah, I still remember like coming home to watch the world premiere of Thriller on MTV. So it was a fun night.
We weren't allowed to watch MTV. My parents were like, absolutely, you cannot watch it. We had it. They wouldn't let us watch it. And so then when I was like 11, I just turned it on one day and just left it on. And my parents didn't realize that we watched it for 3 days straight. And finally my parents went, are we watching MTV? And I said, yes, we are.
I thought you turned it on.
And they were like, and because it was like right when it was the first time Real World came out.
Oh.
So they were like intrigued. They were like, what is this show? Like, and then finally they were like, wait, we're watching MTV. I'm like, yes. And we didn't die and nothing bad happened and the world didn't end. Can I watch it now?
That's hilarious.
Because I was only allowed to watch VH1. I was like, this is lame. You knew the voice right away on Thriller? I know, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're only a couple years older than me. Like, I'm not that young, so.
Well, you look great.
Thank you. PT has great filters and I've got good genes. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, right. I stay out of the sun.
But I am falling apart. It's all good. Guys, any more questions for Miss Abby before we let her go and you guys go run and get her book? It sounds amazing. It's sketch. It's a psychic thriller. Bordering on horror, but book 2 is going to be more horror-y, so that sounds good.
Yeah.
I've got good jeans, but I don't like wearing them. Thank you, Daniel.
I prefer my stretch pants.
Oh, God. Lately, I'm in like shorts, like gym shorts and stuff like that.
Right.
Because I'm in Arizona. It's 100. It's hot. It's hot.
Wow. Yeah. I'm in Florida. It's been pretty miserable here already, so I feel you. Yep.
No, and humid. Hot? No, never.
Horrible.
I'm kidding.
And all of my writing, sketch and all of my other writing is set in Florida. So it kind of adds an extra layer of unpleasantness. We'll put it that way.
Where Florida is sketch based?
It's in a fictional town called Willoughby. It's like halfway between Tampa and Orlando.
There's nothing there.
Right. Willoughby is there.
This old boardwalk and baseball used to be there, but that because it was so far away, like it never really took like it was Circus World, then it was boardwalk and baseball, and now it's just I don't know. I don't think they ever did anything else with it, but yeah.
If you think like Winter Haven, Lakeland, like that general kind of area, that's where I imagine it to be, like kind of around there. So
I used to ever mess with her ability to sketch.
Does what?
The humidity.
Sometimes. You can't sketch if you're sweating.
No. No, that's right. I've got good genes. The German is my blood doesn't want skinny jeans. I love it. I'm jealous you're in Orlando. I love Orlando. So
it's fun. There's a lot to do here, but yeah,
we used to go into dinner. We used to go have dinner in Orlando because not when I lived in Tampa Bay because we had enough there. But when we were in Cape Canaveral, it's like 45 minutes on the Beeline.
Yeah.
Go have dinner, come back. So yeah, we used to have. I was in Orlando all the time.
Yeah, I love going to the East Coast because it's so close and it's so fast to get there compared to like Tampa, which is always the traffic's insane. So
because especially if you want to go to like St. Pete Beach or you want to go to Madeira Beach or somewhere like that, like you got to go through Tampa.
Yeah, it's
you don't have to do that. But yeah, you can just go over to Melbourne or Daytona is not far.
Yeah, we're like. Because we can even take back roads like through the forest to Daytona Beach shores and like Ormond Beach. It's so gorgeous. So yeah,
I prefer that beach too. Mm-hmm. I'd rather read the Florida Man headlines, not live them. Daniel, Florida Man. There's actually a game someone gave me once. It was a Florida Man game. I was like, this is not right.
But it's kind of funny.
It is, and it's always funny. Like America's Most Wanted. Where did they find him? Florida. It draws all the people in. I love it. Well,
you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys. Abby Pence, her book is Sketch. It's on the Zon. It's on KU. It's over on Kindle. Or go to the Schminken or Schmile. Go to that site in there and grab it up. Yep. You're on one, aren't you? Oh my God, Justice is asking if he's a Florida man. Good Lord. All right, guys, make sure you're loving on her. I'm going to drop you because you made a penny.
Awesome. I'll take it.
And Daniel says, thank you for the answers to all my questions.
Yeah.
Daniel puts my authors through ringers, man. when he has his spotlight, come in and get him back. That's all I'm going to start telling
people.
people.
For sure. I'm gonna come up with so many questions.
He's got one in August and one in October. So
nice. Okay.
Thank you,
awesome.
Abby.
Thank you, guys.
When your next book comes out, reach out to me and we can have you back on.
Awesome. I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.